You are right now living in an era where you don't have a phone to hang up. Like if you wanted to get into an argument with some, not wanted to, but if you got into an argument with
Well,
someone over the phone,
yes.
you don't have the satisfaction of the hang up.
No, because now you just hit the button and it makes no noise. You can't slam it. You can't, the Super 70 Sports Twitter account tweeted a picture of this the other day. Said, boy, you got satisfaction when you hung up on a motherfucker in the old days because you had the big, heavy handset and the big, heavy desk base. And when you got the good, even slam on it, where you'd get into the middle of the cradle there
Yeah.
without hitting the edges, then the phone would actually go ding. And that was some sense of satisfaction at, you'd hung up on a motherfucker. Now it's just like, ding.
Yeah, if you had a heavy phone, it was a satisfactory clang that you got.
That's why I scream louder before I hang up now, because I can't make the point with the slam.
Do you think you would embrace smartphones if there was a slammable smartphone? That was the question I was trying to get to.
Well, I actually had I didn't have a smartphone, but I had a slammable cell phone when I was with Ring of Honor, because I would take that thing every time we were at TV and somebody would call from the office, or I was on location and somebody would call with some goddamn news that. I remember the big one in Charleston, West Virginia, was that the legal department of Sinclair Broadcasting, who we've now found out are a bunch of right-wing pieces of shit. So fuck you, David Smith. I always wanted to say that to your smarmy-looking face. He's the boss. Anyway, the legal department from Baltimore, Sinclair Broadcasting, called me at the building in Charleston, West Virginia, to say that one of the integral parts of the like $5,000 or $6,000 sponsorship we had sold to Hooters restaurant as one of the sponsor packages that I'd gone over and helped the sales department at the TV station put together for this live event. We did more in sponsorships. They did at the gate. So you can't have the chicken wing eating contest tonight. Why? The legal department there's a liability. What is... I never even got the goddamn word. He said, well, we can call them back and they could. I said, that's the last thing I need is one of these fucking lawyers calling me today at a TV taping when all this other shit's going on. And I said, what did you think? Somebody's going to get a chicken bone stuck in their neck and sue us because the wrestlers are eating the goddamn chicken wings with them? Well, we're not. It's a fuck you. So it was a flip phone. The same thing I got now, only a little bit smaller. But boy, was this thing durable. I threw it the length of the Charleston Civic Center ballroom that we were doing the TV taping in. And I figured, okay, that's in a million pieces. And I'll be a sumbitch. One of the crew guys went over and picked it up and brought it back to me. There wasn't a goddamn mark on it. So Kevin Kelly was sitting there, and Nigel, I can't remember, whoever we were doing commentary at the time. I said, it's still in one piece. So I threw it down on the floor and started jumping up and down on it, stomping it. Still couldn't break the fucking thing. So that was one of the many times that I tried.
But that was happenstance. It wasn't a selling point to the phone. Like you could buy this one and slam it down, get the satisfaction of hanging up on someone.
No, I was actually it was the other direction. I was very upset that I couldn't break the thing into a million pieces.
So maybe you would like a smartphone if we can get some kind of deal where you can get 10, get them in bulk, and you could just throw them and you break those. You could break those very easily.
Because now I'm all these years older. If I throw something that hard, I'm going to hurt my shoulder. It's bad anyway. If I stomp on something, I'm going to hurt either my knees or my fucking hip. If I take a club or a blunt instrument of some kind and go to town on something in the garage like I've done in the past to relieve my minor frustrations, then I'm either going to have a hernia or I'm going to hurt my fucking back. So I can't get mad anymore. That's why I avoid people.
Let me ask you a question maybe the way Bill Watts would. Because you look like you were hiding during gym class, do you think people are surprised that you have a good arm? That you can throw things far?
No, I'm surprised I have a good arm now because most of everything else I've got is the shits. No, well, it just depends on the state of mind I'm in. Whether I can throw things a lot farther and hit things a lot harder when I'm fucking mad. Otherwise, I would fall into the middle range.
You could have been a sensation on the mound,
On the
on the pitcher's mound.
baseball.
That's
Yes,
right.
I was on the mound. What are you, an Indian burial mound? What are you trying to put me into here?
Well, speaking of
Speaking of Indian burial mounds,
yeah, this has no transition there, but